Hello everyone and welcome back to Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. Prowler only. Last time we cut it close and finished Elderfrost to Gammoth G5. This time we will be doing one of the easier to fight deviants at the very least in Nightcloak Malfestio G5. Keep wanting to call it Hazewing because that was the localization name for it. I also need some more permits because I did actually practice on the quest. Go ahead and talk to the Meowstress here. We can trade Horns coins, which is just G rank coins you can get for permits. I believe I said this before already, but doesn't hurt to go over it again. Should be plenty for what we need. We have our deviant Mizutsune weapon equipped, the Soulseer Mizutsune, and we'll go ahead and take the quest. Has us hunting 2 Nightcloak Malfestios and a Deadeye Younger guy. I apologize, I'm not with it today, in the Sanctuary. Alright, so we're in the Sanctuary. Don't forget, if you have Farcat's Tree, you can use that to actually sleep in a bed and restore your acorns if you absolutely want to. And Nightcloak is not really much different from regular Malfestio. Just, you know, more scaled up in power terms. He's going to jump around a lot more. He has, I guess, more aggressive attack patterns. But other than that, it really is just regular Malfestio dialed up to 11. He can go invisible. Kind of invisible, similar to Chameleos, where sometimes he will kind of disappear but reappear in kind of a translucent way, I guess is the correct term for that. If you break his head though, of course you can cancel that out. We're seeing him move around here like this. He's gonna move around. Usually he'll land in a weird spot. We see him puffing his chest out. That means he's going to do the Confusing Dust. Sometimes he'll do a corkscrew tackle, which is his probably strongest move. You do not want to be hit by that, and it has a fairly large hitbox. I'm sure we'll be seeing that at some point. Of course, if you break the wings while he's in the air, you'll get a nice topple. Not sure if we'll be getting that, though. He's very weak to water, and it's a very similar thing to Deadeye, where it's just a very weak monster to water, especially on the head. Won't be hitting the head very much because, unlike Deadeye, he's not as lanky, and he's a little bit more tanky, too. I believe we're dealing with about 29,000 health between all of the monsters here. It's just not fun having to deal with 3 monsters because they do really just up the HP you have to deal in a hunt. He's doing the invisible attack again. He's moving around, so you'll just kind of watch him. He's probably going to do the corkscrew tackle. Nope, he's doing a sleep beam. Usually does it straight. I don't think he can sweep it whenever he is invisible, though that might be a rage thing. It's going to roar here. Of course, they still have earplugs, so that's nice. We'll just go for the head here with some line attacks. Gonna dodge to the left. There's a little melee wing swipe he does just at his front, which is very deceptive on how far it actually reaches. I'm sure we'll be seeing it. That's the one I'm talking about. It just reaches very far and does all of that damage. That's a lot of damage for just a single attack. That is probably the most worrying move you have to deal with because he can pull it out pretty quickly, and again, it's real easy just to be hit by it and underestimate it. It's gonna land there. I'm gonna throw a boomerang here, dodge to the right. See what he does. Looks like he's just going into the air. Wait and see what attack he does. You can of course attack him while he's like this. Again, similar to Chameleos. So he's not invincible, but you might want to just wait and see what attack he's fixing to pull out so you can counter it. It's doing a Confusing Dust there. Confusion. I keep saying confusing. That's not a word, as far as I'm aware. Shooting out those wings. I do not believe regular Malfestio can actually do the Confusion Feathers. He can do it 3 times sometimes, you know, similar to Rathian or something like that, shooting out 3 fireballs. It's going to be all at once, though. Can't really think. I guess Astalos does something similar to that. He's going to corkscrew tackle here. If he just lands and doesn't look like he's fixing to do anything, he's getting ready to do a corkscrew tackle, so do not let your guard down because that's going to be a lot of damage to you. Thankfully, we dodged the wing attack there. I'm going to try to make a habit of when he looks at us, just getting out of the way and repositioning, because that is just a very scary attack, and he can reposition with it as well. And it's a bit weird on the timing scale too. It's not completely quick, and it's not very slow either. It's just right in the middle. All right, he's gonna do a Confusing Dust there, so actually aim behind me. I was actually right next to him. Didn't know if he was going after our Pelicans or not. I should have turned the camera at the very least to look at him. Lose our first acorn. Surprisingly, he does do quite a bit of damage. Now, we do not have any of our defense buffs from our Palicos yet. That's just going to be an on and off thing, especially as they get confused. I believe that throws them into panic, and then they won't do anything for a very long time. So if you have anti-panic or whatever it is, I don't remember what it's called, that would be a good thing to give your cats if you have the luxury to have that. Doing little Confusion Feathers there, and he's just in the air right now, so I'm going to throw a boomerang out, dodge to the left. Doing a little swoop that will actually knock you back, I believe. So you don't want to just stand there and take that. Boomerang out there, swooping around. Go ahead and pierce up through that. Go ahead and charge a couple of boomerangs there. He's just doing the stationary wing swipes. There's that. Unfortunately, lose our next acorn. Again, very large damage wise for this guy, and it's something you can take for granted, and very just easily disrespect him for what he can actually do. So we're gonna try to slow down and maybe not be as aggressive. It's very deceptive, because especially in the level up hunts, he's easier than he is in G5. He definitely scales up a lot more, at the very least attack wise, whenever you do the G5 hunt, and I'm sure the EX as well. Looks like he's probably going to corkscrew tackle. Nope, just doing the sleep beam. Hopefully they don't get hit by that, because that's not great. I can knock them out of it, but you don't want to have to do that. Got a knockdown from something. I'm not sure if we did enough damage while he was invisible to knock him out of it and then be able to get a mega boomerang off, but it was certainly nice. He's going to enrage now. Doing that swoop. Yeah, we are very dangerously close. Again, just lots of large projectiles compared to regular Malfestio. All right, boomerang out here. So I'm going to try to make a habit of just making sure I'm dodging. Of course, we still want to do some good damage, but dying is our first priority. He's doing a corkscrew tackle. He can churn that a little bit, not too much. It's not like a 180 he can do, but he can just very slightly angle it. All right, there's the wing slam. Throw a boomerang out there. I'm going to dodge to the left, make sure he does a head turn. See what he does here. He's doing the feathers. He's up in the air here, so unless he does a puff, which he is doing, we don't have to worry about him actually hitting us. Does a swoop there. Tried to do a quick turn. That was a failed quick turn, though. I'm going to hold guard here. He's just doing a confusion kick. I'll dodge to the right. See what he does here. Looks like he's just going invisible again. See if he does the corkscrew tackle. That's the biggest thing you have to worry about. It's fairly easy to dodge into. Again, it's such a large hitbox that you can dodge and then miss the timing on it. And you just see, even though the wing doesn't actually clip us there, it still just does damage to us and allows us to get that off, which is very interesting. In fact, I'm very surprised that one didn't hit us. All right, we're going to back up here, boomerang into the air. We at the very least have our attack up buff, so we don't have to worry too much about that. But again, he can pull that out very quickly. And the fact he can head turn with it, I think, is the thing that throws you off. Similar to Hellblade, where he can do bites, and I believe just regular Glavenus as well, where they can bite when they're repositioning instead of head turning, which is something you can very easily get used to and just take for granted. It's probably going to tackle here. Dodging a little too early on that. If you do guard that, you will guard multiple hits, and that's still going to deal lots of damage to you, so we want to try to not do that. All right, we'll swap here. We'll throw one boomerang out, see what he's doing next. I'm just trying to be very patient. Yeah, I'm being a little too greedy here, because again, he can just pull that out without any warning. The warning is the attack, which is not great. See what he does. I think he's buffing. Maybe not. Yep. Nope, never mind. That's the corkscrew tackle. Okay. He can position a lot more. Sometimes it's a long time that he's actually invisible, and sometimes it's not. He's just very short. Really just depends. I'm sure whenever he's exhausted, we can actually see him as well, and we don't have to worry about him disappearing. I'm just not focusing here. All right, slow down. Hold guard. Boomerang out. Dodge the confusion feather. He's doing a swoop there, so he's pretty far away right now, so we're going to actually try to attack him at range. The further away, though, the more likely it is you're going to have to deal with corkscrew tackles and whatnot, because he's trying to close distance. All right, slamming that down. I don't have to worry about it, though. In fact, it might not be a terrible fight to actually gain some distance on him and try to utilize that. Now, since he is exhausted, we can actually see the confusion dust. So you can't see him specifically, and he will just kind of sit here whenever he's invisible, too. But you can still see the dust on him. It's only whenever you break the head that you actually get a full visual on what he's actually doing. Whenever he's covered in whatever that is, that makes him invisible. It's not really invisible. It's more just, again, translucent or whatnot. I'm going to try to get at range here and just make sure we're staying at range, because he has a lot of melee, just a lot of melee attacks. That's what he has. Trying to say things that don't make sense. All right, boomerang there. He's doing a flying kick. Like Rathalos. Do 2 attacks there. I'm going to dodge to the left here. Just going to do that, but again, he is still exhausted. He's probably doing a corkscrew tackle. Never mind, he's just moving around. When he's exhausted, he will fall over, of course. That's very similar to other flying wyverns. I think I'm gonna risk this here. Might not be a terribly great idea. Oh no, I didn't angle that correctly. Oh well, we'll do this though. We'll be able to get it off and at the very least pierce once, if not twice. There we go. Get another exhaustion flinch from the green mucus. Get another flinch, that's good. Keep going here. One more boomerang. That does do damage to you, but it's not really enough for you to worry about it. All right, now he's down to 30% health, so of course Deadeye will spawn in. We're gonna try to do as much as we can before Deadeye just immediately starts attacking. And this is an interesting combination of monsters, since Deadeye is just so aggressive. It's not as bad, I would say, as other ranged monsters, but it can still be interesting to deal with, to say the least, because you won't have as much downtime to be able to attack and stuff. All right, boomerang there, we'll dodge to the left. There's a flying kick. Go ahead and throw that out here. I'm gonna wait and see what he does next. 2 boomerangs here, since he's not really at a range where he can do something safely. All right, boomerang there. We're gonna assume he's just getting ready to constantly do that wing attack. Again, that's the scariest attack he really has. That isn't just his super. All right, back up. Just a confusion kick there. I'm gonna dodge to the right. Couple of boomerangs up there. This is where earplugs is coming in handy. We're ignoring all of the roars. I think we were just out of range of Deadeye's roar though. But if we were in range, we would have ignored it. We'll see what he does here. He's just swooping around. All right, Pearl, yes, he's doing the corkscrew. Just dodge into it. Again, it's safer to just do that because it is just a very large hitbox and you can't tell really the limits of it. Glad that didn't hit me. I'm gonna wait and see what he does next before I attack again. That way I don't just do that again. All right, we'll dodge to the left. I'm gonna wait here and see what he does. Just flying around right now. He can't really pull out a wing attack from the air, so we're actually pretty safe to just pull out an attack as long as we don't keep doing it aggressively. I'm gonna dodge into the fireball. I do not have a visual. Now I do. And we're going to be piercing through Deadeye, which is fine because, again, he takes a lot of water damage. So even if we're not hitting the best hit zones, we're still doing something decent. Try to get away here. Assuming he's going to do a wing attack, so we just kind of wait. And since I can actually reach the tail here, that's nice. I'm going to keep spamming A, trying to get as much damage as I can off. Deadeye's going to tackle at us, though, so I'm going to do a quick turn boomerang. Keep dodging to the left, though, trying to move forward. It's doing a stationary wing attack. The fireballs, I didn't have to worry about hitting me, so that's fine. Little confusion dust from the air. I'm going to lunge to actually reposition. I am running straight away from Deadeye, which is an easy thing for him to close distance on, so we need to be careful. Boomerang out there. Nightcloak should be going down pretty soon here. At the very least, I know he's just, again, very tanky for a monster that you wouldn't expect to be that strong. There we go, we faint. That just shows the largeness on the actual hitbox there. Again, like the other times when I faint, it's not that it's that difficult, it's just that I'm not respecting the moveset enough, and it's more expected to faint whenever 2 monsters are in the arena together, but oh well, it's fine. It's more of just a skill issue, not necessarily the monster being that difficult. As long as you get used to him, and again, I've said this before as well, if you fight the G1 through G4 until you do the G5, you should be a little more seasoned with it, but I have not played the game in a while. I've only been really playing it once a week for these little G5s, and that's about it, so I don't burn myself out completely. Move around, and you cannot target. If you look on the top right, you will see that you cannot actually lock on to a monster that is kind of invisible. And the same thing with Chameleos, so you can't keep your sights on it as it's moving around. If you could, then it would kind of just defeat the purpose. Boomerang there, but now that we have both of our acorns, I can play a little more aggressively. We're going to try not to, though. We want to try to master the moveset because we do have to fight another one of these later on. That was an interesting combo attack there. He covered his physical hitbox and then pushed him forward to make the wing attack have more range. That did hit me. I didn't think it would, but tail flips are not something you want to play lightly around. I don't like the wind press either. That's a little scary. Go ahead and heal it off. And of course, if you break the tail spikes, I don't think we will though, since he will just go down so quickly, but if you break Garuga's tail spikes, he will just have weaker poison, similar to Dread Queen. A little too close there, but it's fine. Confusion will throw you off a little bit on your movement as well. You got to hold the opposite direction of where you want to go. You're going to fireball at me, so I'm just going to dodge in case that hits me. It does not, so we'll do some ranged attacks here. I'm going to keep an eye on what Deadeye's doing since he can't really reach me until he walks towards me. Gonna back away. I believe that attack also favors the left side instead of the right side, just because of how the wing arcs. Don't quote me on that though, because you could still be hit by it, and that's not good. Keep doing some attacks there. We'll see what he does while he's in the end there. Looks like a corkscrew. Yes. Go for some attacks here. Maybe get a flinch or a topple or something like that. We did. He's going to do a scoop up though. Did block it, but it's fine. I don't mind losing some damage there, especially considering he's fixing to go after our Palicos. Confusing kick. Wait and see what he does next before I actually apply big boomerangs. He's just kind of moving around right now. I don't want to be too greedy. He could land here and do a corkscrew. He's just doing that though. That does not have enough range on it for him to actually hit us though, so that's good. All right, that's still a little greedy though. Again, Garuga can cover quite a bit of distance, so while he's not the best at doing ranged attacks, he has quite a bit of AoE, like Scoop Jaw there and stuff like that, so still got to be careful. Doing his best Yukon-Los impression. All right, there we go. You're finally down, 15 minutes in. That's going to hurt us pretty badly. That's not good. We don't have any Pelicos to save us. Well, that's fine. I'm not too worried about this. The first time actually took us down to our last cart and 2 acorns, of course. But again, I'm not playing around them correctly. Garuga is going to be much easier though. So 2 boomerangs there. We're going to dodge to the right. He's going to do another one probably. Yes, combo it. He's not scooping it up though, so that means he's going to do a third one. And he just kind of finishes there. He doesn't actually finish with that. And now that we have actually taken out Nightcloak, this usually happens. It'll have enough time passed on the field for him to actually be exhausted, so that's good for us. We'll wait for him to actually have a longer animation, because that one wasn't actually terribly long. Because we do have enough gauge to actually attack him with a Mega Boomerang here. I think this will be a good chance. As long as he doesn't pull out a tackle or something immediately, we should be fine. Just a tail flip too. Wasn't even going to reach us, so that's even better. Gonna stumble around once he lands. All right, now he's enraged again. Very, very, very short in range timer. All right, see what he does here. Doing a Scoop Jaw, so just kind of back up. We'll toss out boulders to the side. Boulders. So just be careful. Just a tail flip. 2 boomerangs in the air. You can hit the wings. Wings are a decent hitbox. Of course, you're wanting to go for the head in general because it's just incredibly weak, but the wings are not terrible. They take pretty good water damage, and they are also, I believe, a weak spot for blunt weapons as well. It's not a very strong weak spot. I believe 45, which is the minimum, of course, but it's still nice to have. Keep rotating around here. He's going to do it again, so we'll take some damage. Should have took a note from that the first time whenever he did it. We actually successfully dodged it. All right, triple fireball. Get out of the way of that. Go for the head. You can actually charge a boomerang here and see what he does. All right, just another triple fireball. Dodge into it. Try to close some distance. Stay at mid-range, though. Not too close. Good. Tried to angle that correctly. It didn't really do too much. It actually hit once, but that's not great. Seeing another scoop. Get behind him. 2 boomerangs there. Another flinch, which is very nice. All right, dodge to the right here. See what he does. He's doing the peck combo. Just doing it once, though, surprisingly. Didn't expect that. All right, we're going to be greedy here and do this. He's got enough distance. Again, he can close distance pretty quickly. That looked a little odd. I'm not going to lie. But at the very least, we got that out. We get another flinch, which is not great because it did throw him out of the way of it, but it's fine. He's getting enraged now. Probably not a terrible chance to throw a Mega Boomerang there as well. Can throw a boomerang out here. Dodge to the right. Got to reapply piercing right now, so I'm going to wait for him to finish his combo here before I actually do something risky. I'm going to wait for enrage, just in case he did the scoop up. That way we had the iframes on it. All right, he's doing a aerial tail flip. Dodge to the right. He's back hopping, so we can actually get some damage off here. Go for the face while he's doing the triple fireball. Get a break on the face, which isn't really that noteworthy because it's a very easy to break face. All right, we'll throw this out here. I don't think he can reach us in time, so we'll just dodge into it. Couple of boomerangs here. Dodge to the right. Boomerang out as he does the head turn. I'm going to actually charge here, wait for him to turn around, and then throw these out. Doing a tackle. He can turn that a little bit, but not enough for us to actually be in danger of anything. Dodge to the right here. You can actually try to lead that shot. He did kick me there, which I could have actually played around, but I didn't do that very well. Here's a charge tackle. You can see how much you can actually turn the charged tackle. I can't speak. I can't normally speak either. There's another one. Just kind of make him arc it wordly so he misses us anyways. He's going to do a taunt here, actually, and then go into enrage mode, so that's great for us to get this out. Get another flinch, which is good. Again, he's a very frail monster. Get a wing break, I believe. Get a knockout, which is good. That'll be great for us to throw this, especially as we have Go Fight Win. Go ahead and do another one before he gets back up, I believe, and then I think it won't be safe anymore. However, we'll still get a lot of damage off. Never mind, I think we would have been fine to throw another one, but it's fine. I'm surprised that kick didn't hit me. I'm fine with that as well. Gonna throw that out there. Take a trade with the hits. I'm fine with that. We have Go Fight Win, so I can just heal it off immediately for free. Doing a little Rathalos bite there. That's surprising. All right, we'll wait this out. It's just gonna charge tackle. That was actually a little greedy of me. I should have just let off and then done an adept dodge to be a little bit safer. Doing another charge attack. Just dodge into it. Remember the wing, or not the wing, but the wind puffs still are a hitbox. I don't believe they damage you sometimes. Probably depends on how close you actually are to them. But they will hit you with wind press, which is not fun. Get another flinch, which is nice. We'll spin into the head, try to reposition like that as well. Was hoping he would angle that into the rock, but he didn't. All right, here comes another charge tackle. I'm going to try to get at the end of this as well. That way I can chase him and not have to close more distance. All right, you're going to taunt. Got a reapply piercing anyways. This is a bit greedy, but we're fine. He's exhausted once more, so we can actually get some damage off here as he lands. Gonna stumble, get some good damage off. He should, if my X button works, there we go. Should be going down pretty quickly here. All right, touch to the right. Couple of boomerangs out here. Can't scoop up because he's exhausted. It's not strong enough for that right now. Peck combo. I'm gonna go ahead and spin here onto the wing. Do one more spin here. Gonna turn around. He's probably fixing to enrage once more. So we'll try to get as much damage as we can while he's stumbling. That looks like he's fixing. Yep, there we go. Again, another chance for a mega boomerang there, but I think we want to conserve until the other Nightcloak comes in. Go ahead and spin here as he turns around. I actually got a dodge on that. I'm surprised. I didn't think the hitbox would have actually hit me there. All right, two boomerangs there. Dodge to the left. I mean, you see how much easier this fight goes compared to Nightcloak. And down he goes from the air. All right, so go ahead and carve Deadeye. This is also great for us because I believe you can get perfect scraps from these, maybe. Since it is a G5 hunt. I believe you can, though, so that's good for your Palico weapon since we still don't have full Deadeye, and I didn't even give our other cats the Deadeye weapon. We get a little bit more poison on the Nightcloak. We're not going to hardly get any poisons, if any at all, on the Deadeye, but that's fine. We don't expect to. Even if we did, it's not really that strong. Go ahead and gather these null berries as well. That way we can get some gauge. And then once Deadeye despawns, we'll throw a Mega Boomerang at where Nightcloak spawns in. And most monsters usually just spawn in at the same spot. So you can angle that however you want. I don't remember the exact, I know it's somewhere around here, so we'll just pull it out as soon as the shadow appears. We'll keep an eye on our buffs as well before that happens. But yeah, it's not, again, not terribly difficult. Nightcloak is the hardest part, surprisingly. But as long as you give him space to do his attacks, you should be fine. All right, don't have to throw any buffs out. We'll go ahead and throw this out at him. And I said they almost always spawn in the same spot. It's not quite that. Because Deadeye spawned a little bit closer to the ledge over there. You get quite a bit of damage off there with our Mega Boomerang, so that's nice. Throw one more Boomerang here. Boomerang, please pronounce your words. Slow down talking if you have to. Both of our buffs around at the same time. That's probably the worst case scenario. All right, wait and see what he does. Expecting a puff. Nope, just a confusion kick. Onto the ground. We're going to dodge to the left here. There's the puff. All right, charge a Boomerang there. Just doing a little lunge. Throw Boomerang out there. I'm just going to try to favor my right side as I dodge. All right, Boomerang. Boomerang once more. Just a kick there, so we'll dodge into it. And actually try to get out of the way of the wing swipe if he does it. That's what I'm trying to assume he does because that's the only thing he can really do that's too scary. Any other attacks that are similar to it, we'll just dodge anyways. Because of the similar trajectory. And if he does it, then, you know, we're not in danger of being hit by it. Yeah. 2 boomerangs here. There goes that attack. And if he aims at your cats, it's a little bit worse because you can't reliably position out of the way of it. That's why speedruns don't use cats sometimes, or just in regular play too. Not because obviously there's the rules and stuff, but you know, when it's just like a freestyle run or whatever, people don't like cats because it can distract the monster enough to throw off your dodge timing and whatnot. All right, boomerang there. Dodge to the right. It's just doing the confusion wing, so we'll actually trade some hits. I'm just going to heal that off. There's no point in waiting on it. I already have the free go fight or soothing roll anyways, the go fight 1 soothing roll. There comes the slam. Boomerang out. Wait and see what he does. Dodge to the right. He's doing a puff. And just try to make sure we're at range, or at the very least at a point where we can reliably dodge the wing slam. He's really liking the puffs right now, which I'm fine with. All right, there he goes doing that. He also moves a little bit forward, I believe, when he does the wing slam. So something else to think about. Just continue to keep an eye on him as he does this. Probably corkscrew tackle or a sleep beam. Sleep beam. Probably the best thing for us because he just kind of stands there. However, when he reappears, because he's still not appeared again, he will do an attack into the corkscrew tackle. All right, 2 boomerangs there. Ooh, we get a nice flinch, which is good. I'm not sure what that is from, or what that is from, other than just doing enough damage to him. Oh, he misses the wing slam because we flinch him once more. And that might be what it was, because we did get 2 mega boomerangs off on him at the start. So flinch tolerance would be a little lower than normal. Again, he can just pull that attack out very quickly, and it is a bit annoying. All right, boomerang out here. Dodge to the right. I'm going to wait and see. Okay, reposition means I can attack. Into the puff. He was really angling that weird, but that's fine. Just swipe, get a nice flinch. Boomerang there. Assume he's fixing to do the wing slam. He's not, but that's fine with us. Try to throw that into the air. See if we can't keep an eye on him. It's probably corkscrew tackling. Dodge into it. All right, we're going to charge here. Throw a couple since he's just taunting. Probably always taunts after that, so it's a pretty safe thing to do. Boomerang out there. Assume wing slam. Keep assuming that attack. Very good. 2 there. Assume it again. Very nice. And again, you can see how it favors the left side rather than the right. 1 boomerang out. 1 more here, bit greedy, but he can slam at some point or just kick. Very good. Boomerang out. Missed the timing on that, unfortunately, but it's fine. All right, there we go. It's kind of a weird lever feeling to it. At a certain point in the animation, that's when you can actually change direction. Now, I don't know where he's at right now. There he is. Corkscrew. Tried to dodge into it. Probably shouldn't have at that angle he was doing, because that puts you at a very decent chance to actually just be hit by it after your iframes wear off. So not great. I guess your parry frames would be the correct term there. All right, very good. Boomerang out. You know, it's to the left here, even if it's a bit greedy. And now we'll be able to have enough space to dodge to the right if we need to. There we go. See what he does. He's moving around, probably behind us. Just listen. It's also another audio cue that he has, because when he reappears, it'll make a noise. That way you can tap the L button and see what attack he's fixing to do. I don't believe there's a bit of a delay there when you can actually redo it again. But you can also see a bit of a combo he has there. He'll do the wing attack there that shoots out the feathers, and then he'll go into a corkscrew attack, which isn't great if you are hit by confusion, because then that throws off your timing on your dodge. All right, 2 boomerangs there. I'm going to try to stay at range here, honestly. It's going to go into the air. Did a back up into reposition, into the land. Throw this out here. See what he does. Playing it very carefully here. And we are not going to do a mega boomerang, because remember what he does after the sleep beam. We'll do that into a corkscrew. I believe the reason he does the weird wing attack there is that he doesn't just immediately pull out a corkscrew on you if you're sleeping, because that would be a bit unfair if you don't have any sleep resistant stuff. Although it is fairly telegraphed, so if you get hit by the sleep beam, I guess it's fair. I don't know. All right, he's falling down, repositioning. All right, he's doing a slam here, so I'm going to be a bit greedy. I don't think you can corkscrew. He can do that attack, but it goes right over us. Again, favoring the left side rather than the right. It's his right, our left, but, you know. All right. Tackle, we'll dodge that. Go ahead and throw another boomerang out here. Dodge to the left. Get out of the way. Just roaring in the air, so that's good for us. Gives us another chance to actually get a wing break or something and knock him down out of the air, but it didn't happen. Another scream. He really likes to scream right now, so that's good for us. I want to try to let him get a little closer and start doing more melee stuff. That way I can more reliably attack him. All right, he's doing the invisible thing again. Looks like he's doing a puff. Dodge that. I'm surprised that actually hit us, but I'm glad I dodged there just in case it did, and it did. He's gonna scream at us again. Looks like he's probably gonna wing slam there, so yes. I'm gonna spin here actually. He's doing a puff. Probably, yes. Not as much range on that. A little greedy though. Again, if you let your guard down a single time, you're gonna get swatted for a lot of damage. We even have Palicarelli and defense up there, and it still just does a lot. All right, this is a bit greedy, but I'd like to get that back up before I go to healing. All right. Wait and see what he does. I think, yeah, corkscrew. There's where the guarding just doesn't work as well. Again, I was waiting a little bit later. That way I don't risk just dodging into it and taking the damage, but you'll still take quite a bit just by blocking it and taking multiple hits from the block. You don't notice the multiple hits when you dodge it because you still have the iframes on the roll from that. And it happens too quickly for that to actually wear off. All right, let's wait. There's a slam. Keep assuming that he's fixing to do that attack. And anything else is really not that scary. Backwards wing attack into the air. He's just kind of hovering right now. Go ahead and do this. Probably getting exhausted at some point. All right, he's behind the rock, I believe. Is it great for him? He's gonna corkscrew. Yes, he is. No, again, should not be dodging into that there, but it's fine. We didn't take damage, did we? Okay, that's still a bit greedy. Since there's such a long end lag between you actually throwing your boomerang or letting go of the button and throwing it, that's why you really want to make sure you're not just being too aggressive with it. All right, we'll get this out. He's doing his exhaustion animation. I didn't know if he was going to do it for sure, but he is. He's going to turn and look at us. Getting a couple of exhaustion flinches though. Seeing stationary wing swipe, so that's fine with us. We're at range. Keep doing it. Yes, I'm going to back away from that one though, because I think that could hit me. He pulls that out so quickly. There's no real thing you can do if you're not, you know, already dodging or something like that, or, you know, not in the middle of an attack animation. And since it comes out so quickly, it does just feel a little cheap. It's very similar to Garuga in that regard. I'm going to keep healing here. He's probably going to corkscrew. Nope, just doing an exhaustion animation. It's fine with us. All right, wing attack into a corkscrew. Nope, just a slam. Going after our other cat. All right, boomerang there, pull dodge to the right. Try to keep aiming for the face. He should be getting a knockout pretty soon, or we should be at the very least. It's going to turn towards us probably, or not. What? Hold on, if he does that again, that's great for us because we get another one out. Very nice. Still not knocked out, surprisingly. He's taken a lot of hits. Turning around there. There we go. He's just doing the exhaustion animation again while he's invisible. Usually means he's fixing to go back into enrage mode, so that's fine with us. I'm gonna be greedy here. If he goes to enrage, which he does, we'll be able to get this off pretty safely. Get a flinch too, which is nice. All right, he's gonna do an enraged war. All right, we're assuming you're wing slamming. Doing a puff. Watch him in the air. See what we have to do. Closing distance. This is close enough for a wing slam to be scary, so we'll just try to stay at that distance. Boomerang there. Keep rotating around him here. Boomerang. Can't really do much in the air right now. All right, that could be wing slam though. Please do not. Not until I have the chance to dodge. All right, keep assuming he's going to do it. Very good. Corkscrew tackle. Bit greedy on that, but I think we're fine. Or we were fine. I don't think we're fine. I know we're fine. Very good. Boomerang out. Dodge to the right. Boomerang out once more. Repositioning. Doing a kick. Boomerang there. Assume the wing slam. We get a face break. So now he will be pretty much completely visible while he is in his little invisible state. That's going to hit us. Yep. I don't think that's a combo attack either. Again, you can just pull it out randomly. And it's not like a guaranteed attack at the end of certain combos he does. It just kind of pulls it out. Assume he's going to pull it out here, though. Waiting for you to do it. All right, he's not doing it, so that's fine with us. Attack him at range here. Just keep waiting. All right, he's going to land. All right, keep waiting for this. He's doing a stationary, so I'll back hop here. Still not enough to actually, do anything for that, but that's fine. Actually throw some charge boomerangs out here. All right, wing slam. Are you gonna do it? Nope. All right, so now you still can't target him, but you will just be able to see him, which is good for us. So we know exactly what's gonna happen. It's probably doing a corkscrew. Nope. It's doing the sleep beam, which will lead into the corkscrew eventually. It's a little taunting animation. All right, into that. Oh, he enrages though, so that's good for us. We don't even have to deal with the corkscrew, which is great. Finally get a knockout, so thankfully we do have a couple of uses of Mega Boomerang here, because we do have Go Fight Win. We would have only had one if we didn't, but we have a couple. It's probably going to go down pretty soon if I had to guess. We're doing slightly better than we were, or I'm doing slightly better than I was before. All right, Boomerang, little tackle. I assume you're wing slamming. You gonna assume that? He's not. He's just doing this attack. All right, watch him. Yep, he's doing this. Probably could dodge off to the side there and try to angle that backwards so I could just go attack him immediately afterwards, but that's more min-maxing than anything. I'm gonna keep assuming you're wanting to do that. Does the aerial attack there, so that's fine. Ouch, never mind, that is not fine. Good and soothing roll and just get out of here. Don't like being in a corner either, especially with this monster. So we'll just play it safe. I believe the legs are an okay hitbox too. This is not smart. This is not smart. But you can get some okay topples. I don't know if it's better to do that. I don't think it is, especially if you don't have the gauge for it. At the very least, since we're using a deviant weapon, we're getting more gauge to just kind of waste on soothing rolls and whatnot because we're being sloppy, which is fine with me. All right, back into the air. I'm moving around here. My buffs are running out all at the same time, which isn't great. All right, go ahead and apply this. Throw a charge boomerang out. And I'll be honest, I expected this to not take as long. I want to say EX Nightcloak is like 20-minute hunt, solo, or something like that. But that might have been back when I was actually pretty decent at the game. I try to lead that shot. All right, do a spin on him here. And I might be thinking of multiplayer hunts as well. All right, go ahead and spin here. Trying to be invisible again. He's not doing a very good job at it, though. You going to corkscrew? No, you're just going to sleep. Keep doing some attacks there. One more. He's doing his little wing spread. And steady getting... I wonder... Is that because we broke the head that he doesn't do it anymore? Or does he just do that when he's not enraged? I mean, we've seen he really does like to scream a lot, so maybe. All right, good. Counter him there. Be very careful. Does that kick? That's what I was hoping he would do. Dodge this attack. Boomerang, wait. I'm just trying not to throw secondary boomerangs unless I know 100% for sure it's not going to hurt me. Corkscrew. Go ahead and spin on the legs here. Get a knockdown. That was what I was fishing for. So you can see we can get it pretty quickly, even if we're not immediately aiming for it the entire hunt. He's finally poisoned, if not for the first time, at the very least again. I don't believe it's special either. If he's poisoned, you can see him whenever he's invisible. I want to say there's a monster like that. But I don't think so. I know, you know, Kushala, of course, very iconic. When you poison it, he doesn't have his wind aura, but my buff's running out again. That's just great. That's fine though. It's weird that that happened very quickly. Be careful. And I'm not doing the quick turn correctly. I need to tap on the L button to change the camera direction and then hold R. Because if I don't know immediately where he's at, then that's going to throw off the aiming reticle when I tap R. Now, if I do know where he's at, then I can just hold the direction and then tap R after I change directions. It's usually how quick turning works. All right, don't quite want to throw that out yet. Just throw some quick boomerangs here. It's going to enrage and try to fish for something that's good flinch, but not enough for a mega boomerang or anything. Hopefully we can get a topple again at some point, or at the very least throw him into exhaustion. Ooh, this might be a good chance. So if he lands, we've got 10 minutes left, so we're taking longer than the original hunt, but probably not for long because I used up 2 carts on the original hunt. Go ahead and spin here, dodging under. Boomerang out there, dodge to the right, boomerang here. And there we go. Not terribly long. I believe it was like 11 minutes and something left whenever I did the original hunt. So not anywhere near as bad as Elder Frost, which again, I'm very surprised this one takes that long. It is about 29,000 health and Nightcloak is tankier than Deadeye. So it does make some sense, but yeah, either way, I'll carving them up and I'll meet you back at base. All right, now that we're back in the hub, we'll go ahead and look at the weapon, and this is actually a best weapon for a certain status element if you haven't figured it out already. The Exalted Parasol, 199 melee attack, which isn't great. It is blue sharpness and negative affinity, as well as 220 boomerang attack, the blue sharpness of course, and then negative 10%, I believe, either 10 or 20. I believe it's only negative 10%, which isn't great, but the amount of sleep element you get here is actually pretty high. If you're doing this for like multiplayer status stuff, it works pretty well, and considering the fact that you're getting quite a bit of gauge from it as well, means that you might be able to combo it with a bomb. Now, depending on your team composition, you might have a great sword that you would rather, you know, do the waking up hit, but you know, if you can throw a bomb, that's even better because you don't have to worry about the triple multiplier actually being wasted on just, you know, hitting the wrong monster part or whatever. It's not going to be doing that much raw damage. Again, it is blue sharpness, which is not great, and the negative percent affinity does hurt as well, but it's going to be your best sleep weapon at the very least. As for the armor, the Nightcloak Mask Double Cross is only 162, so what you can expect there. -4 water resistance, -4 fire resistance, and 5 dragon resistance, so just very middle of the road and doesn't specialize in anything, which means you're probably not going to want it unless you just really like it, and then you can transmog, so not really that important. Either way, hope you enjoyed. If you did, please consider leaving a comment below and maybe even consider subscribing. Until next time, bye.